this is Ben Fisk for the Darkfall Protocol. Ramen noodles. Ever since I was a young lad, I've always loved the sweet taste of ramen, partially because my grandmother didn't make them in a way that most people would call the norm. Instead of draining some of the water out and then using the remaining water to mix with the spice packet, my grandmother drained the noodles completely, substituting butter for the water in order to make a thicker, more rich and tasteful sauce when combined with the spice packet. Ramen noodles have always been a part of my childhood. They've been inexpensive, easy to make, and, quite honestly, delicious. So it would make sense then that someone on the internet wants to take away one of my most magical childhood fantasies and replace it with an unending hellhole of MSG and salt. Today, ladies and gentlemen, our achievement comes from user VOSK, in all capitals, on facepunch.com, who came to me with a simple request. Ben, I want you to make a bowl of ramen noodles. But I want you to use as many flavors as you can find. Ow. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Ramental Breakdown. So, ladies and gentlemen, just how bad is this going to get? Well, according to our resident nutrition expert, each of these is approximately 33% of your recommended daily sodium intake, which means that this bowl that I'm about to create is going to be 500% of what I should eat in one day. Let's see what this looks like. Now, to start off, we've got hot and spicy chicken. Next up, cheddar cheese. I've never seen cheddar cheese ramen before, I'm not.
You know you can just break
Now, just in case that wasn't enough cheddar, the next flavor is jalapeno cheddar. And rounding out the cup of noodles flavors, chicken tortilla. Now we've gotten through the cup of noodles flavors, which brings us to the packets. First up, of course, is classic chicken.
It's so weird that it smells like popcorn.
Yeah.
That's the cheese.
It smells like Ruffles. It smells like cheddar Ruffles, and not like in a good way. Next up on the list, roast chicken.
I like the beef.
You would be a beef ramen noodles kind of guy. And finally, to round out the chicken family, we have creamy chicken. Ramen, what is your thing with chicken? Enough is enough already. What's funny is that all of the flavor packets looked, oh my god, there was a lot in the creamy chicken. Holy. Now that we moved away from chicken, let's add some pork, the other white meat. Okay, now we're gonna get some different colors in there, so this is gonna make like a nice rainbow of MSG and suffering. To offset all this white meat, now we're gonna throw in some beef. Oh, to give our stew a little bit of flavor, now we're going to throw in some picante beef. Okay, so we're slowly getting closer and closer to like a brown earth base.
That looks pretty gross.
That shit does, in fact, look pretty gross. In keeping with the spices, now let's throw on some chili.
I don't want to go home. I honestly feel like this won't be that bad.
There's so much chili seasoning. So there you go, people. Now that we're doing that, if you want the most bang for your buck, get chili or creamy chicken, because they stack those spices to the rafters. In keeping with adding some spice to the mix, we're now going to put in Oriental. Though I'm not totally sure what the flavor Oriental tastes like, I'm sure it'll mix well with the cacophony that we've already got working for us.
What does Oriental smell like? Wait, I just want to know what that alone smells like.
Oh man. What is that, ginger? Right, it's like ginger soy sauce. For those of you who have seen the bacon shake video, I'm pretty sure this is the equivalent of putting pickle in the mix, but we're gonna go ahead and see how this shakes out. Now finally, I'm sure you're all thinking, Ben, this combination is all well and good, but it's missing one key ingredient, and I agree with you. That ingredient is, of course, seafood, in the form of shrimp. Because nothing offsets chili, Oriental, and cheese like fake freeze-dried marine life. This smells exactly like the Oriental stuff does. What kind of a gambit are you pulling over there, Rockin'? So, ladies and gentlemen, all of the alchemical ingredients have been added into the pot. And what we're left with is, it makes my kidneys hurt. I'm not exactly sure how to describe it, and I don't think I will be able to until we dig in. So without further ado, let's get get the show on the road. So our portions have been doled out, and along with the assistance of two of the bravest people I've ever had the pleasure of working with, we are going to attempt to ingest this MSG-laced nightmare. Alright, ready?
It's just super salty. Yeah.
But a little bit spicy. That is not bad. That is not bad at all.
Second spoonful is the rest of my salt.
What this seriously boils down to is this is jalapeno cheddar.
Yeah.
All we did was we took the jalapeno cheddar, added a bunch more to it, but it stayed the exact same. So yeah, because the chili and the jalapeno are so much stronger than any of the other flavors, they dominate, and then the other flavors just kind of melt into this salty abyss that kind of takes a backseat to the jalapeno, followed by the cheddar. The Oriental seasoning packet was not the pickle nail in the coffin that I was worried it was going to be. It just fell in line with everything else. So, ladies and gentlemen, what can we take away from today? Well, we've learned that despite having so many different moving components, ramen has created a system that is actually able to work within itself without overwhelming any individual aspects. That being said, if you're looking for the ultimate ramen flavor, you might just want to save yourself some time and buy a jalapeno cheddar bowl and just throw some chicken seasoning in there, because in the end, that's all you're gonna get. This is Ben Fisk for the Darkfall Protocol, signing off.
Perfect in every way, never seen in this face. Nothing more to say, it's in his DNA.